Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb, and today we are going to be taking a look at one of my personal favorite modules, Mazery. So the way this module works is, at the beginning of this module, you will see a whole bunch of different colors on the screen here. And that can be from anywhere from black, cyan, white, lime blue, green, which is like a forest green, gray, pink, tan, yellow, red, purple, brown, and orange. So the way how we're going to note down these colors is we're going to set it up into a 5x5 grid. What exactly do we do with this information, though? So what we're looking at here is a series of different colors that we're going to be looking at here. And what these colors determine is the walls positioned in the maze here. So what we're going to be doing is, based off of our first color being here, like for example white, white has a wall from that position to the up and to the left. So we're going to be using the Forget Maze Not Interactive to help us actually graph out the maze. So let's write down all of the information we need to do here so that we can figure out what our maze will look like and what we need to do next. So we have white, orange, orange, orange. Tan, this is tan in this case. This top one is tan, this bottom right one is yellow. It's a pretty distinct difference, but be careful because they can catch you off guard. Next up we have lime, white. This is also a yellow, white, and a blue. Next up we have lime, purple, tan, purple, tan. We have black, tan, lime, white, blue. And lastly we have, I guess I maybe should have noted down the tans with the T, because that's how they're noted down, so let's fix that. Tan, 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 and lastly we have gray, purple, blue, purple, yellow. So let's use this information to figure out what our maze looks like in this case. So let's do that. So starting from alpha 1 is white. We have we have walls to the up and to the left. So I'm going to, and if you want to know how this thing works, essentially what you're going to do is you want to make sure that the arrow behavior, it toggles borders. So when you press an arrow, say for example in Charlie 3, I toggle all 4 directions, they will correspond to your arrows. If I get rid of these. Interesting. Let's keep that. Next up, for orange, orange will be a up and a down. So we'll be doing up and down for the next 3. Up, down, and next up, tan. Tan corresponds to right and up. So it's just basically doing a Venn diagram in the reverse way. You're plugging in the color, and you're seeing what results apply to this. So for tan, it's an up and a right. And actually, let's just start doing this for all of the colors that we have here. So tan is up and right. Tan is up and right, and tan is up and right. So let's just make our lives a little bit simpler by doing that. White, we said, was up and left. Up and left. So next up, let's do lime. Lime is left and right. Lime is left and right. And as you can already start to see, these walls will eventually start to come together. They'll make perfect sense in the later run. Left and right. And the lime down at Charlie 4 is left and right. Black is going to be just the left. Next up, let's do yellows. Yellow is up, right, and down, not left. Which, in this case, it is up, right, and down. So we've already done that. We've already done that tile. So let's do the same thing for this one: up, right, and down. Now, it's also important to note that you can actually cover a lot of the walls here, because the outer part will have walls around it. There's no looping around in this maze. So that'll just make your life a little bit easier. Let's do the purples next. The purple is going to be left and down, right here. So purple at Bravo 3, Delta 3, Bravo 5, and Delta 5. So left and down, just like this one. Left and down. And left and down. And lastly, a left and down. And we have a couple blues to deal with. That's going to be right and down for this one. Right and down. Right and down. And right and down. And right and down. We've already done the yellow. We've already done the purple. We've already done the white. And lastly, gray. Gray will be a left, right, and down. So left, right, and down. And this is how this maze looks. So now what do we need to do next? Once you have constructed your maze, which we have done, we're going to press any arrow to start the module. Press any arrow to start the module. All of the colors disappear except for a few. There will be 3 nodes colored cyan that you must visit an odd amount of times. Your current position in the module and in the maze is orange. When you are over a cyan node, it will be colored purple. So, it might not always be 3 cyan nodes that you... there is actually always 3, excuse me. But what you have to do is essentially visit each one of these. So let's do that. So we're going to start from here, and we're going to use the arrows to navigate through our maze that we have here, that we've constructed. And we're going to go through each of the cyan nodes. So we're starting at Charlie 2. We can go left, down, and right. So let's go left, down, right. We're at Charlie 3 right now. We can go down, down to our first cyan node. And just like you see, that turns purple. Whereas when you leave it, when you go left, it does not change color. So it won't let you know what nodes you've been to. And then simply we can go up, left, and then down, up, up. And just like that is a solved module. So for the most part, constructing the maze is really what is the hardest part. It's not too bad of work. It's really, really easy. Let's take a look at another example. We have a lot of oranges and limes that we're going to be working with here. This will be interesting. Excuse me. Once the lights turn back on, we can get started on this example. So now, this is the difference between green and lime. Green sort of looks more like a forest-like color, and the lime is a much brighter color, I'd say. We have pink right here, we have a tan, and a whole bunch of oranges. So this will actually be really easy, and I'm not going to note down all of the colors just because of how easy this is. So we have limes. Lime is going to be left and right walls. So let's do these left and right, then 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 left and right, and then left and right. Okay, next up, let's do the oranges that we have, because we have quite a bit of those. Up and down. Okay, so now we're going to do up and down, 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 and then up and down. Next up, let's do these 3 purples here. Purple is going to be left, right, left and down, excuse me, left and down. So, left down's already been covered, and left down has already been covered here too. So as you'll start to see, a lot of things get easier to cover as you start to do more of them, because I already have a good majority of this maze done, just for the sake of doing these quite fairly common colors in this case. So next up, let's do the greens. Let's do the green walls will be up, left, and right. So up, left, and right. So that's a dead end essentially, and up, left, and right, essentially the dead end too. Next up, let's just do the rest in remaining order. We have white. White is up and left. Up and left. Pink is up, just up. And tan is going to be up and right, and then up and right for the other tan over here. And lastly, blue. Blue is going to be right and down. Right and down, right and down. Hold on just a minute, and we'll get this maze started. Okay, so now that we have our entire maze graphed out, which is a rather quite interesting one, let's get this maze started. Okay, we're starting at Charlie 4. We needed to go to Bravo 4, and I'll actually mark these, Charlie 2, and Echo 3. And this is rather quite a simple maze. We'll just follow this path along. So we can go left to the first one, then we can go up, 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 right, down, and then down, right, right. And just like that, this is all module. Let's take a look at one final example. This module is really easy to do, and it's actually quite fun once you get used to it. So let's reset, and let's solve this last example. Now, unfortunately, we did not get the generosity as we did last stage with the amount of duplicates that we had, so we're just going to have to work with what we're given. But there is quite a few oranges here, so we can actually use this to our advantage. So up and down is going to be for orange. So let's start graphing these out. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Next up, we have quite a few blues and purples. I'd say we use those next, and whites as well. So we have blue. Blue is right and down, so blue at Bravo 3 is right and down. Delta 3, right and down. And blue at Echo 5, right and down. Next up, we have purple. Purple is a left and down, since it's corresponding to these parts on the Venn diagram. So purple is left and down, left and down, and left and down. Whites are going to be up and left, up and left, up and left, up and left. Tans, we have quite a few of those, is going to be up and right in this case. Up and right, up and right, and up and right. We have two limes on the side here, which is left and right, as I expected. Left and right, left and right. Black is going to correspond to just a left, so that an alpha 4 is going to be just left. We have pink. Pink is going to be just an up. Yellow is going to be a up, right, down, up, right, down, and the other yellow is going to be an up, right, down. And just to confirm, gray is a left, right, down, so left, right, and down, and our red should be, as I expected, a left, up, and right, left, up, and down. Up, down, left. And we have our maze here. So let's press any arrow keys. So we have Alpha 3, Charlie 2, and Delta 3. This one's a little bit longer because we actually have to go through quite a bit of this maze. And we're starting at Echo 4. So let's go up, up, left, down, so this first one. Up, right, down, down, down. Left, up, all the way to the left, up, right, up, left, up, right, right, and finally down. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.